Always have these interviews on real estate investment, and there are several celebrities who often come around ask me questions on the show, right? I will get to treat those questions, get to answer them, and people are able to learn how to build wealth through real estate. Okay, I have a strong passion for being able to share what has helped me to build wealth over the years with as many people as possible. I believe in the modest strategy that have been used in developed countries where people who are successful don't dole out money. Okay, they don't dole out money, rather they teach what they know. They, of course, they even charge for it when they need to. I remember, I think the last real estate program Donald Trump did before he started running for president was $100,000, and people paid. Great entrepreneurs have programs, and people pay for those programs. Even politicians, after leaving office, become speakers who charge to begin to share with other politicians, basic principles of how they did it. Right now, Donald Trump is one of the most expensive speakers in Washington, right? Yeah, you heard me, right? Yes, you heard me. Since he left office as president, political organizations have been hosting Donald Trump, and they pay him extremely well to share his knowledge. So we not valuing in Africa the place of knowledge is the reason why we're where we are. The main host is Mr. Macaroni, and then we have others who are joining us. Good to see you. You look good. I like this. I like this your glasses. I need one.
We are saying we are trying to be doing well too, like Dr. Akintayo.
No, you are doing well. You are the one freaking people's account. So me, I don't have that capacity. You are the one freaking everybody's account. I pray today I'll be lucky and you can freaky my accounts.
I only freak first account, Doctor.
So you don't freaky women's account. I mean men's account, only women.
I offer prayer to men. I pray for the men.
As a father figure in the society. So father figure in the society only offer prayer to men.
Prayer, wish well, continue to do well, but for the women, we have to encourage them with some financial.
Well, I think a lot of the guys on the show are asking you to freaky their account. If you want to do well,
Guys, you are doing well. Don't worry. You deserve prayers. You deserve my prayers. But the freaking deserve my money.
Okay, great. You have the floor. You're the host for today, so please go ahead.
So much once again. Thank you for this yet another fantabulous opportunity to tap from your wealth of knowledge. It's one thing to have that knowledge and not be able to share it the way you even share it free of charge. A lot of people are not ready to share. I've noticed one thing. When you ask most big men here in Nigeria, when you ask them, how did you make it? The first answer is, Now God do. God. We know we will thank God, but how? Tell us how. Oh, everybody, this morning we thank God. Thank God. So we thank you, Ali, for always being here to talk to us. Talk about the lucrative business it is that you run and how others too can tap from it as well. So we'll start very quickly, and I have questions that I've put down here already for you. So the first one is, for those that do not even have any knowledge about land banking, I want you to please quickly explain to us what banking means.
Okay, beautiful, and thank you so much for always being here and all that we do to help our community.
Yeah.
I remember receiving a phone call yesterday from a woman. She's a Jamaican. She's one of our investors here in Dubai. And and she just started praying, like, Dr. Stevie, you don't know what you're doing for the African community. Many of us, she now has, I think, 2 properties through us that she got in Dubai.
Wow.
And she was just so full of prayers that, I wouldn't have had this property if not because of you. So I'm grateful for what we're able to do and the impact we're making. Land banking is basically the process of aggregating land for the purpose of investment or development. So when we say investment, you're trying to buy it, leave it for a few years, and you sell it at a higher price. And for you to do land banking, you have to understand the place of location, the various factors that influences property appreciation. What are the factors that makes property go in value? So you also need to have data about the location, about those environments. I'll give you an example. The data now show that Lagos is going to have 100 million people between now and the year 2100. We're already in the year 2022. So in the next 80 years, there will be 100 million people in Lagos. Meanwhile, right now, there are less than about 20 million. The land will not increase. So where will people live? It means that if you have any land, no matter how small, in Lagos, in the next 80 years, you're a billionaire just by the virtue of owning land. So if you now can't afford, of course, main Lagos today, can you buy the outskirts? Can you buy the neighboring environment? Because you can still buy those ones cheaper. Can you buy Lagos Ibadan Express Road? Can you buy, Ekpe, Bejuleki? Can you buy Korodu? Can you buy? Of course, if you have enough money, you can buy Banana Island. By the way, we sell houses in Banana Island as well. You can buy in Lekki Phase 1 if you have the money. But oftentimes, people don't even understand the value of these properties. Many don't know that the Lekki Phase 1 you know today used to be bush yesterday. In fact, I have one of my students who bought a land in Lekki Phase 1 15 years ago for 12 million naira. Lekki Phase 2, just after House on the Rock. Lekki is called an icon estate. A lot of celebrities even live there. He bought his own land for 15 years ago for 12 million naira. Right, 3 years ago, I helped him. Yes, wow. 3 years. He bought the land 15 years ago. 3 years ago, I was the one that helped him to market that land for 220 million naira. 220 million, from 12 million to 220. So that's the kind of money you can make from land banking. So the land you are buying today for 12 million, for 20 million, for 30 million, right? 15 years from now, you are selling for 300 million, 500 million. Now your family, your relative, everybody's saying you made the right decision, because ultimately you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. In fact, let me give you another story that people don't know. That same House on the Rock that I mentioned, The property is less than 10 acres. Pastor Paul Adefarasi bought that land, okay, over 10 years before they moved to that place for 25 million, almost 10 acres, right? By the time they were about to move to site, they asked to do valuation of the same land. It was over 3 billion, from 25 million to almost 3 billion. Today, of course, the property has gone way higher than even that. So if you really want to make legitimate money, land banking is the deal.
Wow. In fact, the way he's doing me now, he's doing me as if me too should go and find one now. But you know, I say put your card number here. It's audio money. Oh, I mean this. You understand? But I know that you are here to also tell us how we can start small. Even for some of us too, that okay, we are interested, but all those heavy money, we never get up. So I want to ask, let I ask.
Hello. Hello.
How are you, Dr. Stephen? Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you, Macaroni, Sonny Danja?
Hey, I'm good.
It's good to see you.
My Oga Macaroni.
My Oga. I am.
Sorry for the delay. I was a bit.
No,
I was driving. I had to quickly park so that we can be part of the conversation.
Fantabulous. So I was just asking Dr. Stephen, you know, he has told us banking, you know, and I've also told we know that a lot of people will be banking, you know, because they have told us the advantages. People will buy now they are cashing out 100. For those that want to start maybe small, will tell us how we start. But for people, there are some people that have never been interested in land bank. When they hear they are always discussing. So I want to ask you, what are the factors? You know, if someone wants to go into it now, what are the factors that so that one not personal falling strong hands?
Okay, beautiful. I want to welcome, of course, Alaji Sani Danger. You know, the way all of you are on glasses today, I need to look for something to wear myself. I'm the only one on glasses. I'm good to see you, Lola. Yeah, well done. How are you doing today? I'm good.
Very excited.
By the way, myself and Lola are working on the biggest movie ever.
Wow.
History. We just finished the script.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be big. Really big.
It's gonna be massive. And you know when
I hope I have a role in it.
Dr. Stephen wants to you know when Dr. Stephen wants to do something, it has to be mega.
Yes.
Wow.
At this moment, we are just about to start breaking down the script to be able to, you know, do a budget so that we can know what we're really up against. But trust me, it's like nothing Nigeria has ever seen before.
That's good. That's my line.
Yeah. Sorry, that means you're not going to charge me when I ask you to come and work or Macaroni.
Don't worry. It's an in-house thing, so we're in it together.
It's our thing.
I trust Dr. Stephen. Everything of his own is just number one. Mega. Massive. Always.
You know how we roll.
Yeah.
You know how we roll.
Everything is number one. Okay, yes. So back to the conversation. Yeah. And somebody was asking what is the topic. So the topic, let me try and type it, is why land. There's a noise from someone there. Why land banking has produced produced, yeah, I think produced the highest number of billionaires, right? The highest number of billionaires. Okay, and how you two can do it too. So highest number of billionaires in Nigeria. So that's the topic we're looking at. So what are the factors to consider in land banking? Number one major factor is population growth. So a lot of time people tell me, Dr. Stephen, why should anybody still invest in Nigeria despite the fact that the economy, inflation, naira versus dollar, and all of that? So I say to people, the major reason you should still invest in Nigeria is the population. Even all the data has shown that Africa is still the one that keeps rising in terms of population growth. Average African family is 5 children. They're gradually reducing to about 3. You know, Lolo, there's noise from your end. Maybe if you can mute your audio.
I'm trying. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. So oftentimes you have situation where there's so much opportunity when it comes to real estate, right? So much opportunity when it comes to real estate. But if you cannot invest in making sure you understand the population growth, you will be scared, afraid and fearful of the fact that what if it doesn't work? So once there's a population growth, you know that land will never increase. And because of the huge population growth, there will always be need. Everybody will always need shelter. Everybody need a roof over their head. So the first thing is the location I'm trying to buy land for land banking. What is the population growth in that neighborhood? Number 2 is labor. Are there people trying to, is there something that is creating job in that vicinity? Like a university, in our climb, like, Redeem Camp has been one of the major, Redeem Camp, all these camps of big churches has also drive the value of land banking and real estate in certain locations, right? You also look at factors like factories. You also look at factors like dualization of road also help, because once certain roads are dualized, more companies want to have property facing the express, right? So these are factors. Another major factor, of course, is the integrity of those you are buying from. So I always advise never buy from a Monile, okay? If you do, just don't believe you have gotten property. You didn't buy any property, because they're going to sell to multiple people. At the end of the day, you think you have property, but you don't have one. So make sure that if you're buying from a credible company that has integrity, that has track record over the years, so that you don't just waste your money. It's never really about the price. You can't go wrong with real estate. Somebody said, what's Omonile? Omonile is like the traditional local family who often lay claim to land. Okay, usually they end up selling land to multiple people, and you then all have to start fighting yourself. So it's the strongest one who end up owning the land. Okay, but when you buy from a credible company who is able to do it as a proper transaction, you pay your money, you get value, you get all that, you are secure. More importantly is also you need mentorship. You need to know people. And when we say mentorship, many of us we call cousins who don't even have a plot of land. I say, I want to buy land in Nigeria. What do you think? Can you give me advice? You cannot give what you don't have. Yoruba will say, so in the process of doing land banking, have people who have done it, who have made it, who can mentor you or guide you in the investment, but not that you are calling family members or people who don't have results. What is land banking? It's the process of land aggregation or buying of purchase of land for the purpose of development or investment. Meaning you are buying the land so that in future you're able to sell it at a higher price and get good returns. And I've given several stories of people who have done it and have become billionaires. Virtually all the billionaires you know today have done it. I'll give you a few stories and we'll take the next question. Chief Razak Okoya is one of such. Chief Razak Okoya was a major industrialist in Lagos and in Nigeria. But at some point, industries crashed in Nigeria. Many of us know the story, right? So Eleganza, remember Eleganza, Biro, Eleganza, you know, there were things crashed, right? But guess what sustained? Eleganza is back now. I think they started manufacturing chairs and a couple of things. But when, you know, industry crashed generally in Nigeria, guess what sustained that company? Land banking. How do I mean? In the years when they bought, you know, where the toll gates, you know, that's where they have those Eleganza.
Yes,
you know that.
Actually,
almost the entire Oregun, close to Alausa, is owned by the Okoya family. Do you know that? And they got it way back since the days of Jakonde, right? So even when, and they were using for factories then, so when all these things were crashing, what did they now start to do? They started selling it to other organizations, to estates, and big time cash out. Baba was wise again. You know what he now did? Use money, went to start buying a pair. So if you are going to Epe now, you see Eleganza Industrial Complex. Now, when Baba bought Epe again, Epe was one lane. They've not started all this dualization and all this expansion. So these are people who understand population growth, you know, growth of a location. They begin to invest. And Lola and Macaroni, it's important that we start sharing these things with young people because our Babo Kowe, they didn't write books on these things. So people just see them at parties, know that they are stinkingly rich. They don't really understand, right? The business behind all these people's wealth. They don't know. And so all you just come on Twitter and tweet and abuse people you don't know. And you will never replicate their success story if you don't sit down and say, how did you do it? When you bought this land, what was it like? Right? When the industry collapsed in terms of what did you now do? You know, so those are the secrets of land banking. You develop it, you can resell it, you can wait for years, you can even be using it later. You lease it out. If you go to is it Kota now? You will see they started with that Oregun side, Ikota, then now the next place is Epe, right? And so I hope people are learning.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen. One of the challenges that I see that people today, when it comes to anything about financial knowledge, is that they like the concept of, you know, having money now. And now you are teaching us a new concept, not a new concept, but you are giving us the secret of a concept that has been in long existence, but a lot of people did not know. So how can somebody actually build their financial portfolio as a land banker? Because this generation think in Naira and Kobo. And I want to merge that question with, once you have developed this, how can you, you know, harness the global opportunities that are available if you become a land banker? How profitable would that be, not just in Nigeria but across the world? And I'm asking this because I know GTEC's tentacles are spread across US, UK, Dubai, you know, quite a number of places. So how can these two things benefit people?
Thank you so much for that question. And by the way, I hope Lolo is ready to come to Dubai this year. We were in Maldives together last year. So are you coming to Dubai this year? I don't know.
We're going to work it out.
I don't know if Macaroni wants to come as well, but we would love to host you guys in Dubai. Dubai is lovely. I'm currently doing this from Dubai, by the way.
I I know. I know where the eagle
Well,
flies to.
you are doing well.
We'll just come and collect breeze and come back
Why
so
not?
that we can be eased of fuel scarcity small.
Why not? But macaroni, we have to be humble when it comes there. They don't spend naira, so all those 500k, all your
You can't
500k
try it.
is just 3,000 dirhams.
Ah, Baba has to up his game.
He has to up his game if he comes to
Or
Dubai.
he might have to sell some of his investments abroad.
He has to. But your question, very good question. How do you grow your portfolio? I always advise you start small. My first, commercial investment in land banking was a property in Ikorodu. The place was waterlogged. Even the road to get to my own land was not there. So I remember when I took investors, they will be pointing at one tree in front. I said, from that tree, that's where the 50 acres starts from. So I remember I had to first take my family members, even my friend I seem to really say, look, waterlogged area now for big boys. You just started. Why will you start? I said, but this is where I can afford. Right? Some of those properties, I got them for 750,000 per plot. It was affordable, but the location was right. I had done my calculation. I knew the future was bright for that location. Today, that location is going for 10 million naira. Right? We ourselves have now done road to the front of our estate, and I did over 50 acres. So you can do the calculation of how much interest and made from that investment. Okay, so my first advice is be humble. Start with what you can have, or what you have rather. Start at your level, right? It's not, a lot of people always reach out to me after shows like this. Dr. Stephen, I want Lekki phase 2. I want Chevron. So I would then ask them, how much is your budget? You now see them say, I have 25 million,
10 million,
25 million, and I want 4 bedroom, or BGC. I'll be like, what are you guys talking about? That 25 million cannot even buy land in Aja, talk less of buying a house. So people need to be humble and know that the city of today was bush yesterday. The Dubai we're all coming to today. Baba Obasanjo was told in 1999 to come and invest in Dubai as a country. Baba said, God forbid, sand and water, right? You're asking me to come. In Nigeria is full of, arable land, very good. You now say sand and water. My friend, now we know what has happened to that sand and water today, right? Because those who keyed in Dubai then started buying land, we know what they are worth today. So it's important to understand that when it comes to land banking, humility is required. Start with what you have. It's 5 million I can afford, pay. It's 10 million I have. Where can it go for? And I'll share this story so that we'll take the next question. Daddy Gio shared how when Dim Camp started growing, they needed a bigger space for camp and for church. And then the church board brought a particular location in Lagos that they should buy. Per plot, guess how much? 59,000 naira per plot. That right? That of course the church couldn't even afford 59,000 those years. So if I said if he was a church, they can remove him. The board member, because they felt, okay, let's go and borrow money. This location is good. That just said we can't afford it. We don't take loan. So he said, look for another cheaper place. The following week, one of the board members was going to Ibadan. Along Ibadan, he saw some people where they said they have this 6 acre, it's going for 11,000 naira. So he called you on phone and said, I saw a place for 11,000. I just, we're buying it. That's what became Redeem Camp today. You know how much millions you need to have to buy Shimawa behind of Redeem Camp. Right? But the humility to have bought the land for 11 million, we know what it has turned to today. So start at your level. Just be sure you are buying it from a credible, reliable institution, right? So today you buy 1 plot, tomorrow 2 acre, next tomorrow. The same you that is buying Aton or Lagos Ibadan or Asaba today, we still buy Lekki phase 1. I mean, our first office was the one room office in Ikeja. Then we moved to Ogba. Right? Then we moved to another 5-bedroom, but it's in fact, because we are at the last floor and there's no lift, you will be beating your chest when you get to the right? From there to Omole, from there today we're Banana Island. The same people. So the same your head. So start at your level. Yeah, what you can afford. Now, in terms of it, now how do you expand globally? As those properties you bought 2 acre here, 5 acre there, 1 acre there, after 10 years, you can now say, let me sell and diversify. Let me buy a 2-bedroom in Dubai and let me be renting it out and be getting money in foreign currency. Let me buy 3-bedroom in UK, right? You know, but it's usually the starting point, because it's like cheaters. If we didn't start with Ikorodu, are we going to be able to sell property in Dubai or UK or US today? I mean, they don't spend naira here. It's the growth of what the investment we did in Nigeria that helped us to be able to expand elsewhere. Also, is you now have what we call OPM, other people's money. When people see that you successfully did it in other locations, they are now able to trust you to say you can help me. I mean, one of the secrets of GTS is trust. You know, I have people who have invested here. In fact, there was a man who invested over $1 million without seeing me, we've never met, here in Dubai. The day he finally came to our office in Dubai to get the key to his house in Dubai, I had to ask him, I said, okay, you wire over $1 million for somebody you have never met. What gives you that confidence to be? What if I disappear with your money? And the man will say, no, I know I can trust you, right? I know you won't live with my money. I have seen you, I've studied you over time, and I know you have integrity. So my point is, today, because we have been consistent from the day of Ikorodu, we qualify to now be able to, you know, even do in UK, in Dubai, and people are also able to invest in us in trust, right? But if we didn't even start anywhere else, we would not have grown to where we are now.
Wow. Thank you so much for that insightful answer to those questions. Macaroni, you want to ask the next question?
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Dr. Akintayo. You have already mentioned immense benefits of land banking. You understand? I mean, anyone that is just joining will understand what we are talking about. What we're talking about is, and the reason why you should start land now. And like I correctly said, some people think, oh, maybe I don't have the money, I don't have this, that. He has said we can start small. We can start small. So I want to ask, for those that want to start small, how can they begin to execute land banking, you know, successfully in their own different areas to also become millionaires, to become successful? You know, agreed that now they want to start small. What are those steps? How do they themselves execute these things, you know, and go about it so that they, at the end of the day, they too can say, oh, I took this initiative, where I am.
A beautiful question.
So just an addition to what he said, like small, what does small means? What is like the minimum you can start with is very important, because somebody small is big Somebody's big is small. So please, just addition to what he said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good question. So it's important that I reiterate that in our own case, in terms of GTEx homes, we really don't do what you call affordable housing. I remember a former president of Nigeria, I was in his house some weeks ago. And so I told him we just open our estate in his state. And so he asked me that how much, and we bought the land first from the family. Now we're at the process of buying it again from government. That's another story. I think me and Macaroni has gone on how complicated buying land is in Nigeria.
Yes.
So he was asking me that, okay, how much is the government, the state government asking me to pay for the land? I've already paid family. Now it's time for government. So I told him 1.6 million and 1.6 billion for about 200 acres. He shouted and said, how can you then sell affordable? That can't be affordable. If you are having to pay that kind of money, you can't do affordable. Money. So I said to him, but that's the truth. When people say affordable housing in Nigeria, it's almost as if we are trying to deceive ourselves, right? Because the real cost of acquiring land is already high from source. And who is the source? The state government. A land that has TOVO is too expensive from day one. And we need to all face that fact. So, which is usually the reason why it then looks as if some people look at us and think we are the ones increasing prices. We don't manufacture land. You know, it's based on what is we are getting, and we try to do either land that has CFO or land that is not committed, or even if it's committed, a decision is in view. So we try to do land that are really, the documents are good. So for you to do that is not that cheap. So in our own context, the cheapest of our estate is 5 million in our own context. But there are some other companies who can sell cheaper. If you want to go for them, just be sure, right, that they have track record of delivery on their promises, so that you are not penny wise, pound foolish. And that's usually the problem. So I tell people in our own case, minimum you should be considering starting investment with us is 5 million naira, because we try to deal with properties that are genuine, and even if there are properties that we have the intention of perfecting all the titles, so we need to charge well so that we can deliver well. Secondly, we also do what called serviced plots, meaning in future every single estate we own in the next 5-10 years will be fenced round, we'll have internal road, we'll have electricity, and we're not even doing PACN. We are doing renewable energy, which is very expensive, right? We have internal, so when you look at the infrastructure, we are trying to, in fact, when we did our calculation, because we have a 15-year goal of doing 200 estates in the next 15 years, 200 estates. Now, when we did, because some of them will have golf course, some will have polo, some will have all this infrastructure. When we did the calculation, it's going to cost us $200 billion to put the infrastructure there, right? And we don't have, we've never even made $1 billion once. So ultimately, where we are even going as a company is not you that you are buying land that will really, your money that will provide those infrastructure. Very soon, we already have investors, offshore investment that will come in the next 2 years, international investors now, right? And that we're working on to then, in fact, our goal is to attract $20 billion outside. That's why we also, I expanded internationally. So that some of these agencies and organizations who want to invest already can see our antecedent and what that we have good track record even in their own country, right? So if we are saying we have this investment in Nigeria, come and put your money, they can do that. So it's a long time game when it comes to GTEx, right? I'll give you an example of one of our estates, the Jasper Estate in the Betuleki. To provide the electricity, we have this generator. It converts plastic like this to electricity. Now that particular machine costs $5 million. That machine, $5 million. Now, this is not including electric cables and other things, just the machine alone. Now, do you know that the entire estate, when we finish selling the entire estate, is not up to $1 million?
So how do you generate the money now?
So this is the reason why you now see GTEC saying golf estates, polo estates, this estate, because we are able to then in future get foreign investment to put a golf course. The golf course will generate money on a regular basis to pay back the investment. Do you see the point now? But we ourselves need to first get the land, do some initial, at least secure most of the land before we start taking investment. So that it's not as if we start taking dollar, and the investment is in dollar, and you can't guarantee the naira. You are collect foreign dollar, you convert to naira. If the dollar goes up, you are already in trouble. So we are waiting, hopefully by 2023, 2024, we will have put in structure that can allow us. We already have more than 5 companies who want to give us loan in the UK, in US. But I say no, let's put our own house in order first. Also, the housing could also help, because not all the houses will be sold. We too will keep some, and we're renting it out, and the tenant's payment is also helping to pay some of these things. So, but it's good to give that fact, so else people will just think you're expensive for being expensive. No, what GTEC is doing is quite unique. Unfortunately, in real estate, it takes a while before you start seeing it. Look at Dubai, for example. It was desert that we all saw 40 years ago. 40 years after, we know what we are seeing today. But it took a while, and that's one thing in real estate. It takes a while for all this infrastructure to come alive, but it will come alive by the grace of God. So start at your level. My advice is, if you don't even have all the money, while you are buying, also be selling for the company you are buying from, so that your commission can be put into acquiring more. And we have that opportunity where you get 10% on any property you sell for us, if it's land. If it's house, you get 5% in Nigeria. In Dubai, we give 2%. In London, we give 1%. So you can be buying and be selling at the same time. So I buy one plot, I start selling, use the evidence to show my colleagues that, look, I'm not trying to tell you to do what I've not done. I've bought my own too. Come and buy. As they buy, you are getting 10%. You bring 10 people, that's already money for you to get another extra. So before you know, in a few years, you have 10 plots. You can later in future sell 5. Use the money you raised from 5 to build houses on the remaining 5 plots. Do you see now? And start renting it out, and you are rich for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Fantabulous.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, fantabulous.
Yeah, that brought the idea of, like, based on the investment that you just said. Yes. Like people that wanted to just put in money and collected their money when they want to, not really buying land or something. How do they come in, and what's the, like, I know there's something like that, because some people always want to, like, put in money where they trust, and from sometimes they will say, okay, we want the money.
But yeah, very true. We have something like that. We call it G-Vest. We decided to put together a cooperative where people can come together, invest. We use their money to buy more land. We use their money to build houses. And at the end of the year, we share profits. But let me warn our listeners, this is not MMM. This is not get 15% every month. This is not, our ROI is from 18 to 25% in a year. So the more you invest, the more you get. But it's a year. We don't even do monthly returns, because many of these things are not realistic, right? Well, particularly when you look at, and I tell people who claim they were scammed, that why didn't you study the trend? If you notice Treasury bill right now, Nigerian Treasury bill, CBN Treasury bill is less than 7%. Fixed deposit in Nigerian bank is less, that if you carry your money, go and give bank now, is less than 10%. So how will anybody be telling you they will be giving you 15% every month? That's that's like 300% in a year, and you are believing them. Now you say, oh, boys, because they are doing crypto, they are doing forex. Yes, forex and crypto gives high returns, but it's not consistent. So there's no guarantee that the fact that they gave you 15% this month, next month they can give you that 15%. That next month may be when you lose everything. And then you now come and shout on social media, I don't trust anybody. You were the one trying to scam them. They just scammed you before you could do your own. That's the truth. So it's important that we wake up and face reality about investment. That if we want to do investment, we have to be realistic with the returns we're expecting to get. Okay? It's very, very important with that. Very, very important that we say that. So yes, that opportunity is available and people can take advantage of it.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen. Because that particular topic, very, very important, because we have heard different stories. And apart from, in all honesty, apart from these MMM people too, crypto or what have you, we have also heard of different real estate companies too, that, maybe they pay so amount of land or for house, then there's problem or there's no problem. So, and you have mentioned GTEx to us. Personally, I know GTEx, you understand, and seen quite a lot of people that have done business with GTEx. But for the sake that we're having this conversation and there are people listening to us, I think there are people that have been consistent listening because they want to know if it's something that they can invest in, this banking thing, how to go about it. So for those that want to create or partner, let me use the word partner, those that want to partner with GTEx, for investment options, how possible is even, and we also know that there are some people that are watching or listening that are not even in Nigeria and they want to do something. You understand? What are the options and how can they monitor this to also ensure that, yes, this is real, they are seeing it, they are getting updates, and they know that at the right time they will get what they want.
So, beautiful question. First of all, let me say, because I even saw somebody comment here about being careful about land sellers. It's important to state clearly that everybody on this presentation, whether Macaroni, whether Sunny Danger, whether Lolo, they've been to our estates. Yes. Not even one estate, not two, not three. So it's not they are not just putting their name behind something they don't know. They are not strangers. And it's important that people know this, right? Sunny Danger is the biggest in the north. We all know that, and he's built his reputation over the years. Lolo is veteran. We all know how she's built her reputation over the years. Me, myself, if you know me, you know I've built my own reputation over the years. Same thing with Macaroni. So these are not, they said, they've been to this estate, they know what we have. Also, it's important to also say that when it comes to people bought land, they didn't get value or something, there can be issues. And if you notice some of the ones that went viral recently, it's being resolved, right? In business, there are always issues, right? And we can always come together and resolve it. The system is never perfect. I've said it over time. Doing business in the Nigerian terrain is not one of those easy things. But one of the things we do is we use technology. So people are able to watch allocation. The last one Macaroni was part of was in Ibadan, right? Where he was involved in even those who had paid, their name were mentioned and were able to allocate. Sunny Danger did for our property in Abuja. So we use technology to do allocation so that people who are in diaspora don't have relatives swindle them relative come in as middlemen, and at the end of the day, okay, take advantage of investors. So we've put technology in place to help people who are investing, and we do immediate allocation. When we buy a property, we do immediate allocation. For right now, we just ended a 30% promo. This week we started 25% promo. By the end of the month, I'm sure Sunny Deja and Lola has been informed. They are going to site personally to allocate to those people who key into the mega match promo. So one thing with GTEx is we communicate. That's why you see us do all this show. We make sure we use technology to be as transparent as we can, engage people, let people know what's going on. It's not always rosy. If it's bad, I will come on social media and tell you, this was the challenge. This is how it works. This was what happened. So even companies that have had issue have come on their behalf to come and literally help people understand the possible challenges they will have faced that will have led to the crisis. Because, you know, our level of my ability to have done business internationally helped me to realize that it's not as if Nigerians don't have integrity. Our problem is communication. Right? We are so poor with being able to explain. And when Nigerians understand the real issue, they will be empathetic, really, right, towards what happened. But you know, many times we just feel that if we tell them the truth, they won't listen. No more, we will not. So, but one thing that has helped us in 14 years of business is communication, right? Whatever happened, we'll come out and tell you, this is what happened. This is the challenge we're facing. And it has helped us over the years, and we thank God for that. And yes, you can invest with GTEx. In fact, what I have decided to do because of the caliber of people who are interviewing us today, Tani Danger, who is our Arewa brand ambassador, Lolo as well, and then Macaroni, who is not an ambassador but is an in-house person. Yeah. We have decided to extend the 30% promo to those who are keen into any of our property tonight. But please note, it's those who are taking advantage tonight. We have a team of wealth advisors who will coach you, take time to explain to you. Don't rush into anything. Try and make sure you understand it. Ask questions, right, before you key into anything that you're doing. And read all the terms, read the forms. There's no ignorance in law, right? I'm telling you now on everybody's watching that there's no ignorance in law. So ask question, read the form, understand what you're trying to go into. And somebody's asking what's the ROI. You know, I'll give 50 people opportunity to be able to chat me up, who explain all these things to you. And, you know, and you can take advantage of it or choose not to take advantage of it. No pressure at all. No pressure.
You said something, and you said it that you do not shed more light on it. And I know a lot of people, most especially in the diaspora, will want to know more, because a lot of people will trust their cousins, their brothers, sending money, millions of naira, millions of dollars to them to secure land or to buy some things for them. But at the end of the day, maybe that person will start putting things in his name, or before you know it, he's run into exile, there's nowhere to be found. Please shed more light, because a lot of people will work for years and at the end of the day, they will come back without anything. So I think GTEx Home will help them. So please, I want you to shed more light.
Yes, thank you so much for that. So we had to come up with this as Alaji, because we realized that clients were complaining to us of not even trusting family members. So we then gave an option that if you don't have any family members you can trust to pick up your document, to come for inspection, allocation, everything. If you don't, we partner with DHL and we send your document to you anywhere in the world without you paying any extra money. And this has helped. In fact, you'll be glad to know that over 90% of our customers are in diaspora because of this singular strategy. Because apparently many of them wanted to buy, but they are just scared, right? And they don't want anybody going to put anything in their name. And we've seen cases, but there was one, they were twin, a male and a female twin. It was the female that was in the UK and sending money to the male, right? He kept sending her picture. The day she came back home, the brother wasn't around, but the wife was around, right? So the wife then, she was not thanking the wife that thank your husband, my brother, for helping me to build this house, because she saw the picture. It was the same house they are living in, right? Only for the wife to say, which house, which one? This one is me and my husband.
Yeah, dog gas.
So the woman was like, no, I've been sending money. See, he has been showing me update reports. This house is the same house. The woman went inside, and women brought the entire document, how it shows she and her husband's name. Do you know that woman paralyzed till today? She's on wheelchair.
Yes.
Right?
Why would she?
Over that incident. So what we have done is say, if you still have people you trust, send them. They can come pick up your document. They can go for inspection. They can come for allocation. We are doing an allocation in the first Saturday in April. All these celebrities will be there, to allocate to you. If you have somebody you trust, fine. If you don't have somebody you trust, we normally give you Zoom link if you're an investor with us. So with the Zoom link, you watch us, you see where Alhaji Sani Danger mentioned your name. That's also plot is in the name of so person. Some clients will tell us we should not disclose their name and just mention anonymous. Even that too, we do as well.
Thank you very much.
Well, good at least.
I believe that explains it much better. So conclusively, I will ask one or two questions and also just appeal to you to give us some specific details. So there are some people that have been asking, that how can they start to invest right now, and what is the discount available? You have already answered that. You have said that for today you will extend 30%. You understand? The question that I'm in it is, there are some people in Nigeria. Is it possible for those in Nigeria to invest in properties that are not in Nigeria? You understand?
Yes.
The global properties that GTech Home has. Can they benefit from this 10% discount? Then also, locations in Nigeria here too. Can those abroad invest in it? And our people here to invest in it? And does the discount apply? So, and we also need details for.
Okay, beautiful. So the discount does not apply to our Dubai, US, and UK property. As you know, those things don't work. The system there is a bit different, so you can't get that kind of discount there. So the discount is exclusively for the properties we sell, and land, not even house, land we sell in Nigeria. And we have in Port Harcourt, Asaba, Abeokuta, Ibadan, Abuja, Ikorodu, Ibejileki, Aton, Sango, different locations. So for those asking location, we have several locations in Nigeria that we have landed property. We call it service plots. And once you reach out, we're going to be giving you a number. I'm sure Mr. Macaroni will also call it. The first 50 people to reach out to that number is my UK line. You will get an opportunity to be linked up with a wealth advisor only for the first 50. But please, there are a couple of you. First thing, go straight to the point. No need of how are you, your name, your family. Go straight. Tell us your full name, your budget, and the location you prefer to invest in. Also, if you want to invest in our property in Dubai or our property our property in Dubai, the minimum property we sell is about $200,000. One studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, right? So the minimum price is about $200,000 US. For our properties in the UK, is average of $450,000 above. Our property in the US is average of $500,000 above, right? So that's so that you know your budget. Of course, you can use mortgage if you are, if you are a resident of those countries, mortgage is available, but you know that means you still need to pay 15 to 25% of that amount. So same thing in Dubai. So if you're doing 200,000 in Dubai, you need to have 25% of 200,000. If you want to do 500,000 pounds in UK, you need to have at least 25% of that amount. Then you qualify for mortgage. If you want to do in US, the same. And if you want the Nigerian property, for the first 10 people to take advantage of that, because the promo has ended. It ended yesterday, but we will extend it to the first 10 people to pay tonight. You get the opportunity to still get that, because what we have now is 25% promo. For the first 10 people to take advantage tonight, you will still get the 30% promo. When you reach out to me on this WhatsApp line, I will link you up with a wealth advisor. They will give you a call. They will explain everything to you in detail. Please remember, state your full name, not Sani Danger, your surname. Okay? And then the location you want to invest in. So the number is +44 7949 652875. Again, +44 7949 652845. Again, +44 7949 652845. I repeat, +44 7949 652845. The number has been pinned. A lot of people are watching, so it's strictly based on first come, first serve. There's no way we can respond to everyone, so try and be one of the first set of people. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. August, carry on.
Yes, sir. I said that I understand there's this a kind of investment of like companies coming in, maybe not in cash, like participating, in helping GTEx either to build or to do other things. Is that still applied in like abroad, like in other countries, or is just here in Nigeria?
Yeah, so the development, because what we did in Nigeria was to really pump in money to 100% own. Like every land GTEx sells in Nigeria, we own them 100%. Though we're just recently trying to start doing some JV, but 100% we own. But abroad, which is also why we couldn't do certain kind of promo, is, UK and US is more of partnership. In Dubai, it's partnership. But of course, we're open to partners as well in Dubai, UK, and US. So either you want to buy, either you want to sell, either you have a land you want us to develop, we're very much open. The goal is global. The vision is global. And we intend to, in fact, hopefully very soon we'll open our Kenya and Ghana. Latest next year we'll be in Kenya and Ghana. So it's a global vision, and that's why I keep telling people who want to partner with us, you need to think long term with GTEx. It's not a short term relationship, right? It's long term, which is also why you see me invest in education. Because when you know the journey you are taking people to is far, you want to make sure you orientate them well, you help them to understand better, right? So that they are not just thinking it's a short time and looking at the relationship on a short time level. This is a long time relationship we're building. And it's even my personal life. When I meet you, you are thinking you want to do one-off deal with me. Me, I've thought of the next 20 years, me and you together in my head. Wow. Right? And Lolo is the one that can testify to that. So,
yes.
So it's a long time relationship.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
yes.
Akintayo. Once again, we appreciate this fantabulous opportunity. One quick thing I would like to mention is that what Dr. Stephen Akintayo is doing with his platform is firstly to educate people about land banking. Beyond whether you want to partner or invest in homes or not, the first thing is what he's doing is educating the public, letting people know, letting people be aware that look, they don't fall into hands of don't know what you're getting into. So now moving forward, like we have said, you're welcome to partner with Text Homes. The information on the screen. What Dr. Stephen has promised us here on this group, virtue of this live video interaction that we are having with my organ as well. He said the 10% discount. That is bringing it back just for today. We are trying to beg him if they send it also to tomorrow, but I know in Dr. Steve, you say no. So, but because a lot of people here, people to shout to that number, WhatsApp chat thing on the screen. WhatsApp chat only. So drop your name, what you want to. We have said there are different lines, different stations that are in diaspora that will also want. You're welcome to inquire from that. Get talk to Stephen or one of the wealth advisors and get more information. So please take advantage of and do well. I don't know if Dr. Stephen has closing remarks.
Yeah, by the way, we're also coming, Alhaji Sani Danger is already working on how to bring us to Kano. So watch out for that. Very soon we'll be in Kano. I know he's working hard to help us get because he's based in Kano, and we trust his judgment to help us get something good that our investors can rely on. So he's already working on. So very soon, watch out for our estate in Kano coming up very soon. My final advice is that you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. I won't be here today if not for land banking, and that's why I decided to start teaching it. Where I am today, financially, I wasn't born rich. My parents were not wealthy. My family were not wealthy. I started very humble background, but land banking helped me to be where I am today. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching it, about helping people to know about it, and encouraging people to do it. Even if you can't do it with our company, there's no pressure. At least you've known how to take something like that serious, how to start investing for yourself, whether you can do it with our company or not. You've learned something. I've given stories of several people who have done it. Aside myself, I've shared with you Chief Razak Okoya. In fact, in the US, many people don't know. The founder of CNN is one of the largest owner of farmland. Currently, right now, Bill Gates is about to become the largest owner of land. In US, they call it more farmland. That's what they call it. But we call it land banking more in Nigeria because it's not as if we farm on the land like that. So usually in US, such land is farmed, they use it for till development catch up. Right, so Bill Gates, as I speak to you, Jeff Bezos has over 2 million acres of this kind of landed property, right? So all the richest people in the world, they don't teach it, but trust me, is how because this is what real estate does. It helps you to make money, it helps you to manage money, it helps you to multiply money, then it helps you to transfer it to the next generation. So the only way to really transfer wealth to the next generation is real estate. And it's only real estate that does those 4 things, right? Many opportunities, either you are making money or you are managing money or you can multiply your money quick, right? But many of them cannot transfer wealth to the next generation. So very important. So you're free. We're giving 50 people opportunity to get to chat me up, and I will link them up with a wealth advisor, and 10 out of those 50 will get 30% discount if they are committing today. So you have +44 79 49 65 2845. Again, the number has been pinned. +44 79 49 65 2845. For the last time, +44 79 4965 2845. Remember, state your full name, not one name, full name, Secondly, state your budget. How much do you have to invest? And state the location you prefer to invest in. I want to invest in Ibadan. I want to invest in Dubai, US, UK, or Lagos, or Asaba, or Port Harcourt, whatever. Clearly stated. And let's take it off from there. And welcome to the club of billionaire land bankers.
You're doing well. You're doing well. Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. You're doing very well. Don't worry. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you understand. So that even if it's one fantabulous land, Banana Island, don't worry. I will not give it to Freaky Freaky. I will not give it to him.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you. It's Ricky that will collect. The last video you did for GTEX, it was if Ricky that collected the house from you. So not only house, collected even the car. That was the bonus. So we can't trust you with.
I know we'll do this again some other time soon.
Yes.
Thank you once again.
Thank you. Bye bye. God bless everybody. Good night.